All right, today we're going to break down a framework that is so simple, but honestly, it's incredibly powerful for figuring out business problems. It's called the 4P plus model. Think of it like a secret blueprint for getting things done the right way. But first, let's start with a feeling I'm sure we've all had. Have you ever been on a project that just drags on, goes way over budget, and then the thing it delivers, nobody even uses it? It is one of the most frustrating things in the business world, right? The problem is usually a total disconnect between what's wrong and what we build to fix it. There are just so many moving parts that it's easy to get lost. But what if you had a simple map, something to guide you through all that mess and make sure every single piece actually connects? And here it is. This is the 4P plus model. At its core, it just shows you the constant back and forth between four key areas of any initiative: people, processes, projects, and products. And the key thing to see here, it's not a straight line. It's a living, breathing cycle. So to really get how this works, let's take a quick tour. We're going to walk through the model step by step and just follow the numbers on the diagram to see how everything fits together. So where does it all start? It starts right here with number 1. It starts with people. And this is so smart because the model recognizes that business isn't about some abstract system. Nope, it's about actual human beings doing their jobs. And those people, well, they all follow processes to get their work done. And just look where people are on the diagram, right at the very top of the cycle. This is telling us something absolutely crucial. Every single business problem, every reason we need to innovate, it all starts with the people actually doing the work. This is always, always our starting point. Okay, so if people are following processes, that leads us right to our second P. And that second P is process. See, a problem doesn't just materialize out of thin air. It happens when a process that people depend on is slow, or it's broken, or it's just plain frustrating. That is the pain point that gets this whole wheel of change turning. You can see that clear line on the diagram flowing right from people to process. This isn't about guessing what's wrong. It's about finding a real, tangible problem inside a specific workflow that people are struggling with. All right, so we found a process problem that's affecting real people. So now what? What do we do about it? Well, that brings us to number 3. And that is the project. The project is how we officially respond to that problem. It's the moment the company says, okay, we're going to put time, money, and our best people on this, and they get to work designing and building a solution to fix that broken process. If you look at the diagram, the project phase is really the engine room of this whole model. It's the active, creative part where ideas get turned into an actual plan for a solution. It's where the real work happens. So after all that work, a project actually makes something, right? Something real. And this leads us to our fourth and final P. That's the product. Now, product here doesn't have to mean something you sell in a store. It's just the deliverable. It could be a new piece of software, a better workflow, a new kind of report, whatever the project was built to create. And if we look back at our map, the product is the grand finale of all that work. It's the solution that we hand back to the very same people we started with, designed to finally fix that process problem they were having in the first place. So we've walked through the 4 Ps: people, process, project, and product. It seems like we're done, right? But wait. We've totally skipped the most important part of the name, the plus. This little plus sign is what turns this from just a sequence into a powerful, non-stop cycle of getting better. So let's trace the whole thing one last time. It starts with people having issues with a process. So a project gets launched to fix it. That project delivers a product. And then, and this is the key, the people use that new product. And this is where the magic happens, because their experience creates the feedback that closes the entire loop. This right here is the whole point. This is the plus. It's the loop back. Because when people use the new thing, they give you feedback. Does it actually solve their problem? Did it maybe create new ones? That feedback is the fuel for the next round of improvements, making sure the solution actually works in the real world. Okay, so now that we actually get the flow, let's talk about how you can use this model as a tool, a way to diagnose what's going on with your own team and your own projects. So what should you remember? First, always think about the whole picture. Don't get stuck in just one P. Second, remember that every good project starts with a real human project problem. Third, a solution is only a success if people actually use it and it works for them. And finally, and most importantly, That feedback loop, it's not a nice to have. It is the engine of all real improvement. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Think about your own work, your team, your company. Using this 4P plus map, where are your blind spots? Do you jump right into projects without really understanding the people and their processes? Or maybe you deliver products and then just walk away, forgetting to build in that crucial feedback loop. The answer to that question might just be the key to your next big success.